Hey everybody, this is Tonetta with Tonetta Houses, aka T Clay Properties. I want to welcome y'all to this video. This is video, I should have put that in the description, but this is video 4 of 5. Of course, talking about foreclosure, what foreclosure is, and 2 ways, of course, in this video as well, is how you can prevent foreclosure. So, let me get to those 2 ways, y'all. The first one, and you all see in the description as well, is talking about prioritizing. What I'm talking about is prioritizing your spending. Of course, making sure that you're reviewing your finances, making sure that you know, of course, what you're trying to looking to save. I guess I put it that way as well. Writing down all your bills, what goes here, what goes there, how much money you're putting towards each one of them. And of course, the things that you cannot afford, if it's the hairdo like I have right now, or if it's makeup, or if it's shoes, or a hat, or I don't know, buying a sports car, whatever it is, if that's not in your budget, then stick to your budget. Like I said, we always have to prioritize. Yes, I know at some point we all want to go splurge and buy all these things and keep up with the Joneses. I guess I put it that way as well. A lot of times we just want to get the rise out of everybody else. If you're, of course, looking into your bank account, seeing what you can do, you stick to whatever it is that you can do with your bank account. You don't have to go be like the Joneses. Prioritize, like I said, your spending. For me, it always has been my rent, my mortgage, whatever it is, to pay for the roof over my head always came first, and everything else came second, and afterwards, third, fourth on down the line, that kind of thing as well. Like I said, I know how it feels to be evicted. As a kid, we were evicted. My family, because my parents, like I said, not prioritizing their spending. It was more drugs and that kind of thing that was going on in our household. So of course we were evicted. Let me see. I think 3 times. 2 or 3 times. So like I said, definitely I know what prioritizing your spending is. I always, ever since I became an adult, of course, in my teen years, I was making sure that I, of course, stuck to whatever was going to be. The roof over my head, all my needs fulfilled first. And then, of course, I spend on whatever it is I want to splurge on. If I had anything left, I guess I put it that way. And if not, of course, that money went into my savings. To save for whatever it was, a pair of shoes or a trip that I want to take or whatever it is. And I'm just letting you all know that it's definitely important that you all start prioritizing. There's no reason why you should be behind on your mortgage, be behind on your rent, anything else, if you're, of course, putting that first, unless you just don't have the income coming in for some reason. And if you don't have the income coming in and you're, of course, able-bodied, can work. There's many jobs out here. I'm in St. Louis. There's jobs. I see signs everywhere. There's jobs hiring everywhere. If that's all you have to do to go out here and get the money for your mortgage and for your rent and that kind of thing, then get out there and do those things. It's nobody else's fault that your mortgage or whatever it is got behind, but you have to figure out a way to get out of that mess. And like I said, by prioritizing what you're spending, that's, of course, always the first start. If you like I said before, prioritizing making sure that your home, the roof over your head is number 1, and then the bills and utilities, whatever it is else come after that, make sure that you keep in that order, y'all. Like I said, then you won't get behind on your mortgage. You won't have to lose your house because you didn't pay your mortgage or your rent for a few months, and now you're being evicted and all this kind of stuff, and now now your house is being taken from you and sold off in the auction. You don't have to live like that. That's a choice that you are making. Yes, I understand, like I said, that somebody may have lost a job or that kind of thing, but there's a lot more jobs out here to, of course, go and get. You may not want to do the job, but like I said, there's a lot of jobs to go out here and get. I see the St. Louis City hiring 150 folks. A lot of folks are looking for many workers, and like I said, there's a lot of folks that you can go and get a job from, I'm sure, with minimal background experience. So like I said, that's something that you have to want to do. I can sit here and talk all day and tell you about how I prioritize my spending now in the past and all these types of things and how you should go and do this, how you should go and do that. But if you don't feel in your heart that that's something that you want to do, then you're not going to do it. That's on you. I can't tell you anything else until you get to a point where you're looking to make sure that your livelihood, that the roof over your head, that your kids and your family have, of course, the utilities on, gas and electric working, that, of course, you have, of course, some type of way to, of course, create that income. Until you see it being necessary in your life, then you're just not going to do it. So like I said, I'm just telling for those who, of course, are looking to find a way to get out of the mess that they're in when it comes to a mortgage, they're about to lose their house and that kind of thing. Like I said, you have to take it upon yourself to fix those things. I can tell you all those things in the world, but of course, if you're not willing to fix it at this time, then you're not going to do so. But for those out there who is willing to do so, I hope that you can hear my voice, and I hope that you start taking steps today and creating goals to, of course, get your mortgage and to get your finances back in track. Number 2, use your assets. Of course, we all know that we all have assets around the house, whether it's your jewelry, your whole life insurance policy, those kind of things that you can sell for cash to, of course, reinstate your loan. Of course, like I said, I know, of course, you're in the foreclosure process, you're sulking, you're upset, you're trying to figure out what to do. This is another good strategy that you can do. There may be some things that you may have, like I said, your whole life insurance policies that you can, of course, cash out for cash or go into that particular policy, take out some cash and that kind of thing to pay your mortgage. Or there's things that you can sell, a second car, your jewelry, different things like that. Like I said, you have to think about those things when you're wanting a roof over your head. Yes, that does come from prioritizing as well. But like I said, you definitely have to realize that at some point, if you're wanting to, of course, keep your home and do all these things for your home, do what you can for your home, you have to sacrifice some things. I know some folks don't want to hear about sacrificing or that kind of thing at all, but just keep in mind that that's what it takes sometimes in order for you to move forward with the mortgage, house that you're losing, or anything else in your life, the car that's about to be repossessed, anything like that. You have to, of course, like I said, sacrifice something. If it's something that you can sell, something that you have all these extra clothes and you can put them on each sale that you don't even wear anyway. You have an extra computer sitting around. You can sell $25. That is, like I said, go ahead. You have to sacrifice those things sometimes. It's not saying that you cannot get those back. I mean, you can always, I'm sure, if you really wanted those things, and if you're really using those things, you can always get those things back. But you have to, of course, save and prioritize and that kind of thing in order to get them back. But at the time where you're in a crunch and you're being foreclosed on, and it's those things are the foreclosure, you losing your house, you losing your livelihood, you losing the roof over your family, and you're having to go stay with somebody or trying to figure out where the hell you want to stay, whether you have to start sleeping in your car or wherever you're going to be sleeping at, I guess I put it that way. You have to realize that you have to want to change that in your life. Like I said, you're all day talking about this all day long, but if you're feeling like this is not, you don't even care about it, and there's nothing that you want to work on, you're not going to work on it. But for those who are out here hearing my voice and hearing what I'm saying, you all want to save your house and save your livelihood, save that roof over your head. You go out there and sell whatever it is in your house that you're not using. Then you use that kind of thing that you get some money for. There's Facebook Marketplace, there's eBay, there's of course your regular page that you're on Facebook or Instagram or wherever it's at. You can always sell items on there and ship them off to somebody. Or if you don't want to ship them off, they have local groups that you can find online on Facebook, including Craigslist, that you can, I guess, like for sale in St. Louis and for sale in Minnesota, all that kind of stuff. You can go put your items in there for folks to buy. Just keep that in mind. And like I said, once you start selling your stuff, hopefully you can do it in a good amount of time so you won't lose your property. But like I said, definitely that money can go towards helping to reinstate your loan. Just make sure, like I said before, make sure that you keep in contact with the mortgage company, letting them know what's going on and that kind of thing as well. Letting them know that you're serious and that you're trying to sell some stuff to get the mortgage, I guess, get the money for the mortgage. But keep in mind, they don't have to wait for you. But like I said, keep in mind, this is something that you're dedicated to do, no matter whether they're saying they're not going to wait, whatever else. You still take it upon yourself to do what you got to do to, I guess, to keep that roof over your head. So with that, this is Tonetta with Tonetta Buys Houses, aka T Properties. I want to say thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope for those out there who, of course, are wanting to change their situation when it comes to foreclosure, who are wanting to keep their property, who are wanting to keep that roof over their head instead of having to go stay with somebody else or live with other family or friends or possibly stay in their car or in a tent outside or that kind of thing. Like I said, if you wanted to do that, you heard my voice, make sure that you're, one, prioritizing, of course, what you're spending and reviewing your finances, and then number two, using your assets to sell the things that you're not using or barely using, or that can get you a great amount of income, so that you can make that mortgage payment and keep your property. So with that, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all are having a great day. Everybody take care, and I'll see y'all in the next video.